Welcome to episode 19 of Forgotten Photos. I'm Donna, the lazy scrapbooker. Before we get started scrapbooking, if this is your first time here, let me show you real quick what this series is all about. I've spent so much time completing huge album projects. You may have seen them here on YouTube. I've neglected all the other photos in my life. So now I'm going into my files and I'm going into my computer. I'm going to chip away at these and scrapbook the forgotten photos. So grab your trimmer and hurry to your scrapbook room. This is the Forgotten Photos. I'm going back to these eclipse photos that I printed a few weeks ago and then forgot about for a second time. I'm going out of town on Wednesday to attend a retreat, so my normal schedule of doing this on Thursday and Friday is not going to work. So I'm going to knock this one out and have fun with an eclipse page. But first, I can't remember what type of eclipse this was. I went back to my computer to see the exact date and time these were, and now I'll go to Google. Great. Atlanta experienced a partial solar eclipse on April 8th, 2024. While the moon blocked out about 85% of the sun in the area, the city was not in the path of totality, and I knew that. But I couldn't remember what type of eclipse. And it even shows the times which coincide with my photos. Okay, I'll make a note. It's Sunday evening, and I realize I leave on Wednesday at lunch for my retreat, so I need to knock this out before I get busy during the week. So let's get this one page done. I've got my pictures, I've got my notes, and best of all, to save me so much time, I know exactly what collection I'm going to be using, which was the whole prompt for me to remember these photos and scrapbook them. Celestial Delights was a secret box collection, and I've got these perfect papers and embellishments for an eclipse. Okay, I've got 4 little photos, and let me pick out the perfect background paper. I do love doing single page layouts. I don't want anything that looks too nighttime. That's kind of cool. That could be incorporated. I mean, a nice background for daytime, but it doesn't really go with that. Oh, how pretty. Let's look at embellishments and see what I have. Okay, that's good. I love that. So it's not just for an eclipse. It's for a lot of planets, moons, stars. Just a really pretty space themed collection. This one does not qualify. Oh, these have those puff stickers that are so cute. And there is one that says eclipse. Well, this is not one sticker, it's separate letters, but it does spell eclipse. I mean, I could totally spell that with my ABCs, but look how cute these are. Okay, so we'll use that. It's not lunar, it is solar, but we can use that. Oh, I like this one, a partial moon over the sun. Or maybe this. So I can use some of those too. Looks good. And I've got this for journaling, but this is the only paper that really stood out to me. So I'm just gonna need some paper to be a nice background. Oh, but look what we have. We have our coordinating cardstock. I love that Creative Memories includes this, but it's gotta go with this. Maybe we do a mix of these two. Vista Shimmer, Gold Shimmer, and Starry Night Shimmer. They're all shimmers. Love that. I don't think the orange would go because these guys have red and green, and I'm wearing pink, so our clothes kind of clash, but let's look at these colors here. Okay, that's a nice combination, and it will look really good with this as well. You know, I don't know how appropriate this is. This is just phases of the moon, isn't it? I'm glad I caught myself early on that. This is not an eclipse. This is indeed the phases of the moon, and I just, I keep thinking eclipse with this collection, and I don't know why, because there's one word eclipse on it. So I shouldn't use that. So now we're back to, is this even the right paper to use? I think I know what to do, and I think we're going to have to make something of our own. But first, before I go tearing into all these new sheets, let me look in my shimmer folder to see if I have anything that might work. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Sky, sun, moon. This is the darkest color that goes with its collection. I'm still kind of focused on this collection, even though I may not need to be. I just went down a 5-minute rabbit hole to actually research and see what we saw back then 2 years ago with that eclipse, since it was an 85% eclipse in our area, and I was actually able to find some pictures that had been on the news And this is what it is. Okay, I'm so glad I took the time to, as my sister always does, fact check. That was a proper fact check. So my first question is, how big do I want my little eclipse design to be on my page? Because I only have so much room. I could trim this one down and this one down. This one and this one is cool because this is showing the pattern that was coming through the designs on the glass beside our doors and in the middle of our door. And we never see that. That never ever happened. So that was really cool. I don't know how that was an effect of the eclipse, but it was. So let me start by trimming these photos. Okay, that's totally much better. And I was thinking I would do this and put the eclipse down here, but no. The eclipse that I'm going to create has to be up here. It has to be at the top. That's just realistic. This, I'm in my office. Either cut me or I don't want to cut me out of it completely, or I could fussy cut around me. Nah. I'm going to trim this one off to be the exact same width as this one. So I had this one at just over 3 inches. I say we can get away with a 4-inch diameter. Perfect solution, our circle cutter. Lefty-loosey, loosen that up, and we're going to come down here to the 4 and righty-tighty. Tighten that up. All right, here's the center. Here's my blade. I know I've got plenty of room. Oop, make sure I got it in there. All right. Kind of wish it could be larger, but you know, the pictures really have to be the star of this show. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on brown. Okay, so it's going to go like, oh, look at that. How cute. But do we need to cut this off now? Is that how that works? I got to go look because I don't trust my drawing. Let me go back to my computer. Okay, so I got the right one. Is this what it looked like? Let's go to images. So here we go. You do see the full moon there. All right, we're going to go with this graphic. I know that's right off the news, but that's a good representation. This feels like a lot of excessive fact checking, but I kind of get it. I get it. So that is a pretty good representation. I love it. I can throw this away. That is so cute. I'm sorry, but that is really cute. We can do this. I can cover that. And then I'll have room for a title up across here. And then my journaling. This all fits so perfectly. I kind of wanted a border around the page since it's a single page. Maybe I can still make that happen if I scooch it in a little bit. That looks good like that. Title's just going to have to be double stacked in there. I could put a date here, times here and here. Hopefully I can fit all my journaling in there. I don't know. I'll give it a good go. Let's do a brown pen, since all this is kind of a brown-based thing, and these stickers that I may use. See, I've got to have room for those too. Let's first try to get the journaling in here. Oh, but this is staying with one page. Okay, that worked out, but I still have more that I want to say. I'd actually like to have a 1/4-inch border in this brown going all the way around. I don't know if this is going to be enough. I doubt it, but let's try. So 1/4 inch is it, if I push it to the right, it's going to be at the right edge of my gray mat. Now, if someone, me, had not punched this little sunshine out, oh, look, it worked. It was a 1/4 inch, and I thought I could eyeball stuff better than that. Look at that. Okay, I am going to use my mini tape runner and tape runner all of these and attach them around the edge. Another option of this would be cutting my paper down by 1/2 inch on 2 sides, 2 adjacent sides, and then mounting it directly on the full piece. But in the interest of saving paper and saving weight in my album, because my albums tend to be so big and heavy, I'm going to do it this way. And no one will know. You know, I should have used one of my decorative blades that I don't use enough, but what's done is done. You know, what's funny about this is that I took care to use the coordinating cardstock with Celestial Delights, and the only thing that I'm using for Celestial Delights is this little journaling box right here, and maybe some of these stickers. Maybe. I'm sometimes a lot of big talk about using stickers and embellishments, then I don't use them. That looks nice, at least. It's very simple and plain, but it gives me the maximum room on the page and still having a border, and it gives a nice little finished look. The question is, do I want to mount my photos? That does take up a lot more space, and I've kind of got built-in photo mats going right here already. I love this. I say I'm going to go ahead and mount these against my better judgment without matting them. Even when I have some grand plan for doing a more elaborate page, you know, I'm still always going to make them simple. So I'm leaving about a 1/4 inch between all of the photos and between the photos and the brown border mat that goes all the way around. Do I want to mat this one special, but I don't want it to compete with the colors of this, and it might, even if I put it on brown. Let's just see. Yeah, I don't think there's any need to mat this one. Okay, I still need my title, journaling, stickers, date. Can't forget the date, which I always do. All these important times. There's not a word that says solar. They have lunar, but they don't have solar. I do like this right here. Ooh, that could look cool, but that's kind of getting in the way of the picture of Nathaniel here. Unless, I don't want to cut too much off here because it does show where that pattern's coming from. Maybe we just cut a little bit off of their shirts here. There we go. Wow, we really trimmed a lot off of this, what was a 6x4 photo. Better. And now we can put this here. Uh-oh, there's a little loose edge. We're going to cover that one up. What do you say I go ahead and attach my moon over my sun? What's 85%? About like that? Okay, and then we're going to attach these fun letters. That kind of tells me where to put them. Maybe I should attach this guy first. I'm going to have eclipse right there. I had to stop filming so that my phone could charge a little, and while it did, I did some more research just to learn where those odd shadows were coming from, and I totally forgot about this, the pinhole effect. Because it's projecting the shape of the light source, we're seeing the crescent, and I wish I had taken a picture of the ground because I do remember seeing all those little crescents on the ground. But what was cool was seeing those beautiful shapes on our floor coming from our windows. I've learned so much. But also while my phone was charging, I applied the Eclipse letter stickers right here. And they're so cute because they're puffy. So now I'm going to add the words partial solar over here in gold letters. And I've got two choices, these or these. I think these went out because the gold matches this gold a little bit better for this whole collection. And it's a similar font. So easy choice. These mini ABCs are tiny. So this is going to take me a minute. I just figured out a nice little tip here, and I don't know why it's taken me 26 years of scrapbooking to figure this out, but I used the multi-tool to poke the hole in the letter out, and it ends up on my finger, and then I have trouble getting it off, or it sticks somewhere. So instead of getting that stuck to me, I'm going to use a piece of scratchbook paper and poke the hole out on there, and then I don't have to struggle with it. Why didn't I think about that before? Like, 25 years ago. All those holes in the letters are on the scratch paper and not on me. Okay, looks good. I'll keep going. I also added the date down here, so I didn't forget this time. And now I'm taking a huge risk and writing directly on my completed page with a pen. My journaling worked out. I think I may add the times of these photos in the gold letters. And done. And I love the way this turned out. Definitely had to improvise a little bit, but I've got all my photos. I've got all my journaling, a lot of it, some interesting facts, and one adorable little eclipse. It's funny that weeks ago, it was the Celestial Delights collection that made me think of these forgotten eclipse photos, which made me print them and then forget about them again. It was actually the paper that made me want to scrapbook these photos, oddly enough. But of course, I wasn't paying enough attention to the collection because, as it turns out, those papers that I thought were an eclipse were just the phases of the moon. So, after some fact-checking and a necessary science refresher, we made it work and created a fun little page. It's a cool memory that I had forgotten about, so I'm glad to have this one finally in a scrapbook. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in episode 20. So the question is, how many episodes are we going to make? I have no idea, and I have no shortage of forgotten photos.